Welcome, Radiant Creators, to Fiona Edgar. This is a Fiona Edgar and Radiant Creators production. So, FionaEdgar.com, FionaAEDGAR.com. That's where you will find all the social media links for Fiona if you don't already know them. So, today is February 22nd, and we're going to go through February 22nd until the new moon on March 13th. We're going to cover this fortnight, and I'm looking forward to it. Fiona, how are you doing? And I will just step back and let you rip.
Sure. Okay. I'm doing pretty good. Other than dealing with, this continuous lockdown that we've been under, but kind of getting used to it now in a kind of weird way. What about you?
I'm really glad that Mercury retrograde is over. I had sometimes a Mercury retrograde can come and go. Well, if you're not an astrologer, this could happen to you. If you're an astrologer, I doubt it could. But if you're not an astrologer, you're not paying attention to the stars. Sometimes a Mercury retrograde could kind of come and go, and you went, "Oh, I didn't notice." But this one sucked ass. Just about everybody I know was morbid, depressed, but it was great. This was definitely from myself, and I can say definitely some others, a really, really dark night of the soul, figuring out why you bother even breathing, kind much less any of the other crap. Um, Dark Night of the Soul, Mercury retrograde. So I'm glad that's over, and I definitely feel a lot more perky than I have been for a couple 2 weeks or so. So the sun is
Mm.
shining, life is good again. It's worth breathing. So
Yeah, well, I mean, you're an Aquarius, so it was in your sign, so it's going to affect you like that. But you're right. I mean, it was a dark one.
Mm.
It was a real kind of collective dark night of the soul. So I just tried to, kind of shut myself away. Not that I have a choice in doing that, but enjoying shutting myself away. And I was studying a lot of astrology because astrology is connected with Uranus and the sign of Aquarius. So I was doing a lot of studying on the fixed stars. And that's how I was spending my time. I got through that. We are going to be in Mercury shadow until the 13th. So I find that it does make things a little bit wobbly for a couple of days afterwards. Mercury, of course, went direct yesterday. So, maybe until until about Thursday, Friday, you'll still be noticing those kind of Mercury retrograde glitches. And yeah, but after that, it should be a breeze. We're going to breeze right through that. So the first major aspect is on the 25th. Actually, we have a busy day on the 25th. That is Thursday. Mars is in trine to Pluto. So Mars is the planet of your willpower, action, your energy, sex, all of those things. And when it's in trine to Pluto, well, first of all, it's a good day for your sex life. It is a good day to undertake any kind of competitive sports. And on the same day, Venus enters Pisces. So Venus in Pisces is a very dreamy, kind of mystical transit. It's the goddess of love and Neptune blending. You won't know where you start and your lover ends. So of course there are, that all sounds great, but we have to be aware that we can have rose tinted glasses when Venus is transiting through Pisces, and we just have to be aware of that and not get into any kind of weird lack of boundaries Piscean type of relationships, because they always backfire, don't they? On the same day, the sun is in sextile to Uranus, so lots of energy from that and from the Mars Pluto trine. So it really is a great day for doing something outside of the box. It's a good day for relationships with men, your dad, your husband, your brother, your friend. And then also on the same day, Jupiter is in trine to the North Node. So Jupiter is in Aquarius. The North Node is in Gemini. Jupiter is all about spirituality, seeing the bigger picture, our visions for the future, higher learning, knowledge, abundance. So when he makes a positive aspect to the North Node, you'll get a bit of a boost boost in that area. It's also a great day for communications. I'm just thinking it would actually be a great day for a podcast because of all of those aspects. That would be fantastic. So that's a good day overall. And then the next major thing that we have going on is that there is a full moon on the 27th of February. So it's a full moon in Virgo, and the sun is then in Pisces because when it's a full moon, the sun is in opposition to the moon. So, full moon in Virgo, it's ideal for spring cleaning because Virgo is connected with order, with being tidy, making lists, working on your diet, working on your body, your health. But obviously, when it's a full moon, it's going to be a bit chaotic because you're trying to bring those two sides together. The Pisces side, which is kind of chaotic and wants to dream, wants to lose his or herself in artwork and nice movies. But then Virgo is saying, no, hang on, we got to go tidy the garden, or we got to go grocery shopping. So it's about the ability to bring those two sides together. Now, a full moon is a time of completion, it can be a time of endings, and it is the sun is actually making a conjunction to Venus there, so could be something connected with a relationship ending or just a cycle, some kind of Venusian cycle in your life that is changing. So the next major aspect that we have is on the 2nd of March. Mercury, the planet of communication, thought processes, is enshrined to the North Node. Again, this is a day for excellent day for communication, writing, speaking. You get a lot of thoughts, a lot of new ideas coming into your mind. Again, it's a good day for podcasting or dealing with the public or just speaking to your family and your friends. On the 3rd of March, Venus is in sextile to Uranus. Venus in Pisces, sextile Uranus in Taurus. So this can be sometimes be the start of a new relationship because Uranus is all about change and it's about new beginnings, and these two are getting along. It can be a breath of fresh air into an existing relationship or a new partnership. If you're single, it could possibly be Venus is connected to your style, your clothes, aesthetics, your home. So it can just be something new in that area. So on March 4th, Mars is entering Gemini. So this is actually my Mars return because in my birth chart, my Mars is in Gemini. So everyone gets those. Mars runs in cycles of 2 years. And every 2 years, you get your Mars return. So you can actually cast a chart for that. An astrologer can do that for you. And it just simply will show you what you can expect from your energy levels, your ability to apply yourself to your goals, conflict that you're in. And Mars and Gemini can be pretty scattered. We get distracted easily. We tend to procrastinate. It's a bit of an ADHD placement. You go from one thing to the other. I'm really bad for that because I have like Mars, Mercury, and my ascendant all in Gemini in a big cluster. But yeah, we'll all be feeling a little bit scattered through that transit. So on March 5th, Mercury is conjunct Jupiter. And this is an excellent day. Again, Mercury's getting all kinds of good aspects because he is recovering from his journey through the underworld. So he is conjunct Jupiter, excellent day for communications. It depends where it falls in your chart. I mean, in my own chart, it falls right on my midheaven, the part of my chart that rules my career. So I'm expecting something good in that area on March 5th. But for everyone, we make it good news. Or you just simply may be having good conversations that day, a breakthrough in terms of your communications. If there was something that you were holding back on saying over the retrogrades, then maybe it's a good time to say it. Even though we are in the shadow period, I wouldn't worry so much about that. So also on March 5th, the sun is in square to the North Node. That can just be a little bit of an ego clash. You want to go to this place, but the sun comes along and kind of causes some interference. I mean, that can be a person spoiling your plans. It can be a clash of ego in your office, or in your family or wherever. But it's a really short aspect, so it's really nothing to worry about. Then on March 9th, Venus is in square to the North Node. So basically everything that I just said, except it's quite specific to love. um maybe your love life is getting in the way of a project or a goal, or relationships with women in general are difficult on that day. So we have the new moon on the 13th of March, and it has a couple of aspects that I wanted to talk about. So first of all, the new moon is in Pisces, and this is a new beginning to the Pisces part of your chart. Of course, it's going to affect Pisces people the most. This is like their own new year. And the aspects that I wanted to discuss, the sun is conjunct Neptune in this chart, and then Venus is conjunct Neptune. So we've got a whole lot of Neptune, a whole lot of Pisces. That can feel absolutely fantastic. That, I mean, it's connected with love here because, Venus is so prominent in the chart. It can be like an otherworldly experience in relationship. It can just be that a lot of compassion, a lot of empathy, a really deep soul connection. But the problem with Pisces is you have to really be careful about whether it is actually real or not. Because, like I always say, Neptunian energies are very difficult for us to channel and express in our physical reality, which is Earth. And it's hard to tell the difference between something that is real and an illusion. So it may very well be real, but make sure you, as always, retain good boundaries. That is a must in Pisces season, because um, you just need to keep your energy shielded, keep your aura in close to your body, and just don't let anyone push your boundaries. It is a boundary pushing season. So don't be afraid to stand up for yourself and just say no. No is always a valid answer. And a lack of response is a valid answer as well. So that's pretty much it for the fortnight. I do have some cards here that I pulled.
All right, let's definitely see those or hear those, I guess you could say. And I'm
Okay.
I'm, I'm looking forward to all the 13th energy, the new moon, because new moon in Pisces, that sounds fun for me because I'm North Node in Pisces, so I'll just be able to levitate that day actually, which is a rare astrological occurrence for me.
But will that be real or will that be the whiskey?
It doesn't matter.
No, I guess it doesn't.
Yep. Yeah, all reality is virtual anyway. So us, Piscean North Nodes, we know that. So there we
Uh-huh.
go. All right,
Oh,
let's hear it.
okay, so the cards are pretty good. The first one is the Ace of Pentacles. I am using my Botticelli deck. It's one of my favorite decks. It's actually one of the first decks that I ever bought, but this is the second version, because the first lot just got too ragged, and they had like marks on them and stuff. So the Ace of Pentacles on this deck actually shows two very elegant women. They're actually angels because they have wings. So they're in the sky and they're carrying a gold coin. The first thing that came to my mind, so I was looking at these earlier, and the first thing that came into my mind was a business partnership between two women. And it seemed to be like a clothes business or fashion style, something like that. So probably online. It could be two sisters or two friends. It's a collaboration between these two. And that's very specific, so maybe only one person will get that. For the rest of you, the Ace of Pentacles is a doorway to financial abundance. And I think going along with the kind of beautiful clothes that these women are wearing, it's all about the creativity. It's all about, okay, COVID has ruined my job. I don't know what to do. Use your creativity. So Pisces is so creative. We have buckets and buckets of Pisces over the next few weeks. So meditate, have a glass of wine, get your paints out, and just come up with an idea to make money. So the next card is the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is really about walking away from something that's not really working for you. But in this case, the man on the card is actually walking towards these two women. So I felt that this was, first of all, the two women walking towards this man for a business loan or some kind of advice setting up their business. For everyone else, it quite simply is doing your kind of psychological work that you need to do during Pisces season, because Pisces is the last sign before springtime, the spring equinox. And the 12th house, which Pisces is connected with, is all about the subconscious. So being your subconscious, you're not going to be really aware of it. If you are into astrology, you can look at your 12th house and any planets that you have in there to get an idea of what you need to be kind of looking at during this Pisces season. I have Chiron and in my 12th house, and Mars, although Mars is technically rising. But I mean, Chiron, just to use myself as a personal example, Chiron in the 12th house is about wounds that are still controlling you, that you actually didn't know that you had. And for me, I've been doing a lot of work on stuff that I went through during my childhood, and how my subconscious has manifested the same scenario over and over again, even into adulthood. I'm 39 now, and I went through this particular experience when I was 8. So I started to realize, okay, this is still in my reality. I really need to get rid of this. So I've been kind of regressing myself back to my childhood every night. Visualizing myself in my childhood home. And I think I talked about this the last time, but it's super useful. So everyone can do psychological work, and during this Sun and Pisces transit. So that's something that you can do connected with the Eight of Cups, is to walk away from your wounds, walk away from your old life into a better one, because you are putting in the effort. So the last card is Temperance. And temperance to me is it's really about balance, moderation, and it's about having a purpose. It's about a higher purpose that is guided. You're being guided by your higher self, or your spirit guide, whatever it is that you want to call it. It is a calling. So for these two women in particular, this business that they're going to create, that's going to be their calling. And each and every one of us, we all have a special gift that we can use to work with, to make money from, and that we can share with other people. So that's really all I see. I mean, good cards, pretty good astrology, I think.
No, I like it. I love it. Those are beautiful cards. Yeah, the Eight of Cups, the guy walking away. Maybe he's walking towards the two women in the Ace of Pentangles. Like they're looking for a
Mm-hmm.
younger guy, you know? Anyway, but it's all about
Well,
inspiration and finding your higher purpose. So,
it is Pisces season, Maybe
yes.
they had too much wine and they just spotted him, and he joined in the party.
Yeah, it's fine. Just remember, everybody have those proper boundaries, and it will all be just fine.
Yes, yes.
Oh goodness. Well, I want to mention as we think about cosmic weather, I, you know there's something interesting I found. I can't really think of any. The world's such a crazy place right now. Cosmic weather. I don't know. Just look outside and look at the maelstrom of like you know psychic weather wise. There's like roofs blowing off, and there's the world's crazy right now. So the cosmic weather, it's just nuts. But Uh, there's a great video by Suspicious Observers, and I'll link to it. I'll put a comment under your video. Um, and it's called Magnetic Extinction, The World on Notice. Anyway, Suspicious Observers. He's a little bit doomy, but he talks about the magnetic excursion and these cycles that the Earth goes through where it kind of gets slightly wiped out every 12,000 years or so. And
Mm-hmm.
it really, it was only a 3-minute video, and it sparked a lot of people uh, their feeling on the current cosmic weather, like they're feeling on the current world situation. Because when we have a magnetic pole excursion, where it kind of wanders and snaps back, we're in for some crazy weather and effects from the sun, etc. So it's kind of hard on humans. Um, but I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it could possibly be due, and it's a great time to think about. Well, um, are you what do you think about the world ending, right? So good timing, because especially after Mercury retrograde, in case you haven't had your ass kicked enough, um, here's something else you can ponder: extinction, right? Well, how would you be if that happened? And this is something, because it doesn't take every human with it. It's just kind of a bad situation. A bunch of us will live. Everybody listening, you will make it. And some of the comments I saw under the video are so powerful. Like, one person said, "How sad that I'd rather deal with global catastrophe than deal with global authoritarianism supported by 7 billion sheep."
Yeah, pretty
And it just,
much.
exactly. And it just goes to show, people are like, they're like, well, let's see, a slow spiral into um, pure domestication and authoritarian control, etc. Like the globalist vision of us all living on cricket loaf, or, well, we just get it on, and whoever lives, I ain't taking crap. I'm gonna eat my neighbors. That's what I'm planning. I got them eyed out. Seriously,
Yeah,
jerky
I
is
think
jerky.
I think that the Earth has always gone through these cycles. I
Yeah,
mean, personally, I think that most of the history of the world that we've been told is just complete BS. And I think that humanity has gone through this cycle of destruction and rebirth many times. I mean, it's in the yugas. So
yeah,
we're in the Kali Yuga right now. So, destruction is a part of that. But then we do get to the a better time after that. And, we're all going to die anyway. So everything goes in cycles, everything dies, everything's reborn. So there's no point in being fearful about any of this.
exactly. And it's a great time to ponder it. I don't know. It's just there's my big cosmic weather for the fortnight. Watch the video. It's 3 minutes, and it just makes you think. Wow. The comments are great to look at, because I was amazed. It's a very popular YouTube channel, and there's a lot of comments, and I was amazed at, a few people were like, yeah, this is silly, and some people were like, oh, this is fearful, but most were like, bring it. I'm ready. If I make it, great. If not, I'll be fine. But people are like, I'm all about, let's reboot. So that is
Yeah.
really, when I think about, sometimes I can get a little depressed because I feel that humanity doesn't quite have its warrior spirit. But then maybe the biggest battle you could possibly face, a magnetic pole excursion, people are like, no, bring it. They're like, I'm not interested in the small battles. I don't want to, wrestle about wearing a mask everywhere I go, but, pretty much seeing if I can make it through the next extinction, bring it on. So I'm like,
Mhm.
I like seeing that. I like that. People are ready for they're ready for the ultimate battle. So that was kind of invigorating to me. Not that I hope it happens, but I really love the warrior spirit that I see in people. They've been pushed to that point where they're like, bring it. And, well, they mean it. So it makes me
Yeah.
happy.
I
Hmm.
mean, astrologically, exactly what you're saying is symbolized by the sextile that we currently have between Saturn and Chiron. So that's the spirit of the people, rising, because Chiron is an Aries, and Aries is like the warrior archetype. And it is that it has got to that. I'm just fucking let me out. I want to I, I don't want to stay at home anymore. Like, I want to fight in this war that we're in between good and evil, and do something about it. So it is rising in the people, and we everything is so Uranian this year. We've got a strong Uranus, and then we've got the planets in Aquarius. So that's all about the freedom fighter and the forces of chaos as well, which I think only true order can come from chaos.
Yeah. And I tell you, there's no chaos like a magnetic pole excursion. So,
Yeah.
wow. Well, it it has been great catching up. Do you have anything else, any cosmic weather or last thoughts? I think we definitely I think we nailed a positive and a powerful one this time around.
I don't really have anything else to say. Just other than I am on that website that we shall not name that begins with T and ends with M, making daily voice clips on the astrology for the day. So if please join me there if you're not already following me.
Oh yes, and I gotta definitely endorse that. Also, it's linked to over at Fiona's site and also in the show notes here. Um, Definitely hop on there. It is amazing that it is free. Just about every day, Fiona does a little voice message talking about the stars of the day and such, and other interesting info that she might happen to come across. And like I say, it's amazing that it's free. So get in before it costs money. All right. Well, Fiona Edgar, thank you so much for today, and I will get this linked where you can download it and post it over on your side ASAP.
Okay, thanks, Craig.
All right. Talk to you the next fortnight.
All right, see you later.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.